Epstein's birthday book came out.
Today, the Jeffrey Epstein birthday book.
Very nice. Very nice.
Got released. 238 pages of letters.
I bet you there'll be no names on the flight logs for this one.
Letters to Jeffrey Epstein. Most of them are about sex. If you remember, we extensively covered the Wall Street Journal scoop that Jeffrey Epstein's friends put together letters commissioned by Ghislaine Maxwell, and one of those letters
Oh, it's Ghislaine? I kept saying Ghislaine. Whoops.
included Donald Trump, although they also included Alan Dershowitz, Lex Wexner, Bill Clinton, Leon Black. Now, in response, Trump sued the Wall Street Journal over $10 billion, which also means he sued Rupert Murdoch, the guy who runs Fox News, the New York Post, Scott.
That guy has so much money. There was a HBO show called Succession. Really good show. I recommend watching it. And it's basically, it is based on the Murdoch family.
News. And this is all because Donald Trump denied everything and said, I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women. It's not my language. It's not my words. Here's his official response.
The Wall Street Journal printed a fake letter, supposedly to Epstein.
He sued them, of course. And then, of course, we found out that he does draw pictures, turns out, and signs his name on them. But the really important update was that the New York Times corroborated that Trump's name was on the Epstein birthday book, and specifically, the Epstein estate had it in their possession, and we're going to turn it over. And today, that's exactly what happened, or the House committee
Wrote a picture, by the way.
released it to the public. Now, I want to be clear, although a lot of talk today is going to be spent on this drawing, it's far from the only one. Really, the reason this is such a big story is the blatant denial.
All our news companies are owned by the same guy. Yeah, look up Sinclair, man. They own fucking everything. Hang on. Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC. So NBC is like a lefty news station. And then Fox is a rightoid news station. So it's like you've got this conglomerate that owns both the left and the right-leaning channels. That's so fucked. There's a company that owns everything in the UK as well. News Corp, yeah. That's not a scary looking building. Wait, is that the Twin Towers? So News Corp owns 20th Century Fox, Fox News. They own The Sun as well, the Daily Telegraph, the Sunday Telegraph. I mean, The Sun and the Telegraph are pretty right-leaning. I know the Guardian is like super... Oh, yeah. Wait, so they were lefty in the 1800s, and then they became righty. They've supported the Conservative Party at every UK general election. Unlucky. Yeah, that worked out well for you. To be fair, Labour's just as bad at this point. Yeah, I think the only paper I know in the UK that's like super like soy lefty is The Guardian. But yeah, it's so funny. You'll get like all these papers that just like constantly glaze like conservative and stuff, even though they're just not in power anymore.
By the
I get my news from Reddit.
president saying just...
I think the only person I know that still buys a newspaper is like my granddad.
It never happened, which is the weird thing, because of course he was
I get my news from Pyrocynical and Moist-Cynical, holy boast.
friends with Epstein and
Yeah, I'm doing a video on Charlie Kirk that should be out soon. I'm literally going to get turbo cancelled over that, unironically.
Ghislaine. Everybody admits that,
They glaze Farage now.
including Trump. It's just the...
Yeah, I like how Farage was like pushing Brexit. What was that meme with the bus, the Brexit bus? Because we've got the NHS, right? The National Health Service, because our healthcare is free, but it is crippled. Like, if you want to, like, you know, if you got an ingrown toenail, you're going to be sat waiting in a lobby for, like, 9 hours. It's crippled. And then it's like, we send the EU 350 million a week. Let's fund our NHS instead. Vote leave. And then that just never ended up happening at all. It was just a lie. Just complete lie. I like how the entire point of Brexit was like, immigrants bad. Wait, you're brown? No, you can't come in. But all Brexit did is make EU-based immigration harder. I remember like when I was still going to Sweden in the UK, you had like, I remember they would never check my passport. Well, they'd check it, skim through it, don't care, you're in. But then when you had to join the separate queue of like the non-EU, because we weren't in that anymore, they're like, you know, I remember one guy asking me, like, how much do you make? And it's like, you don't have to ask me that. And he's like, no, I do. I'm allowed to, or I won't let you in. I just lied to him and I was like, I make like 3 billion. I do stocks. And then he stabbed it.
The letter itself, he's saying, no way it happened. That's not me. I don't do it. So that's the reason there's a lot of focus on the president. But let's be clear, this book is about a lot more than just the president. There's a lot of powerful people implicated in this. This is the start of it. You see, it's a leather-bound book written by Ghislaine Maxwell. There are redactions to third parties. Some of the friends mentioned is Ron Altbach, Leon Black, Jean-Luc Brunel, Bill Clinton, Alan Dershowitz, Bill Elkis, Bran Frennan, Nick Leese, Peter Mandelson,
Wait, which is the name that they've censored, though?
George Mitchell, Nathan Myhrvold, and the list goes on and on, notably also Leslie Wexner,
They just wrote unknown.
Donald Trump, and this is all available online. Like, there's no denying.
Is this CoffeeZilla? It's his slop channel, Voidzilla. He saw that second channels were eating good, so he started his own. He's doing really well on it, though. Damn, he's actually doing numbers. That's crazy. Yeah, he used to do daily for a bit, and then I think he kind of gave up doing daily. So then he started to basically upload less, and I think it's paying off for him more.
That this exists. You can see it has a bunch of never before released pictures of Epstein, his family.
Oh, the victims' names are censored out?
Things like that. There are redactions of certain women in the pictures in compromising positions, but otherwise, mostly unredacted, honestly. I'm pretty impressed with how much we got of the famous birthday book. And it is full of revelations. I think the most obvious one is that all of Jeffrey's friends, or most of them, were aware of his interests. They talked extensively about how much he loves the ladies, the young ladies. But there's also an interesting mention of his Vanity Fair profile. This is from Leon Black, where he calls him a Vanity Fair poster child. And that is soon followed by Alan Dershowitz's alleged letter, where he says, "Dear Jeffrey, as a birthday gift to you, I managed to obtain an early version of the Vanity Unfair article."
These people are such morons. The fact that they'd email, like, I've seen so many. I've seen people in like UK. I've seen UK politicians, and they literally wrote to Jeffrey Epstein saying that they'll support him, and then they get asked on the news, "Why did you send that email?" So I don't support him anymore. I found out he was a bad man. 10 seconds ago.
I talked them into changing the focus from you to Bill Clinton, as you will see in the enclosed excerpt.
There's an insane drawing where Jeff has balloons for kids.
Happy birthday and best regards. What makes this so interesting is what he's referring to, I believe, is
No, I said a bad man, not a Batman.
a 2003 profile.
Jeffrey Epstein was Batman. Well, it's half true because he was a billionaire. I'm not sure about the rest, though.
On Jeffrey Epstein. The article is called The Talented Mr. Epstein by Vicky Ward, and it's sort of become famous for the fact that now there's been this meta commentary about how Vicky Ward had early allegations of abuse by Epstein and was not able to run them. She accuses the paper of not running them. There's some dispute over this. Vicky Ward basically says she had two women who presented allegations. By early December, weeks before the article closed, in mid-December, she was discussing the farmers with fact checkers, and they were looking for photos. Ultimately, the editor said he didn't trust her. He didn't want to run those allegations. But now that we have this backstory, I mean, that's all things that have been public for a long time. That has been a big question. Why was this article killed? Well, now we have in this book a discussion of this killed article. And by the way, when you look at what Alan Dershowitz is saying, they changed the focus to from you to Bill Clinton. We do see that Bill Clinton shows up in this article. So the timeline really does match up.
Bill Clinton and Kevin Spacey.
Over and over, his friends seem to be joking about...
I mean, Kevin Spacey basically lost all of his money. I remember him going on like UK TV and just like crying about it, that he was living out of like a storage unit.
An article where allegations almost ran about Jeffrey Epstein and ultimately did not. Most of them seem to be very well aware he likes the ladies, he likes them young. So I hope this finally puts to bed the lone trafficker theory that everyone was going to him for tax advice. But of course, we also need to talk about Donald Trump's letter. And unfortunately, this is where the response gets a lot more polar.
Oh, he's wearing Invisalign. I can tell. Yeah, he's wearing Invisalign. I used to have that.
It gets a lot more polarizing. Depending on where you sit on the aisle, people have been having all sorts of reactions to this, with a lot of people saying, okay, well, then case closed. He wrote it, right? Like, obviously, he was friends with the guy. Everybody else in there aren't there denying writing these letters. He wrote it. His signature's on here. But the official
No, they're not veneers. Veneers are like when they give you fake teeth.
press secretary at the White House said that, once again, it is false. They're
10 out of 10 commentary. Shut up.
doubling, tripling, quadrupling down, saying, as I've said all along, it's very clear President Trump did not draw this picture. He did not sign it. Trump's legal team will continue to aggressively pursue litigation. And then you have this guy who's the deputy White House chief of staff saying, time for News Corp to open that checkbook.
Oh, yeah, we literally just talked about News Corp as well.
It's not his signature. Defamation. And then they...
Is that Donald Trump's signature? Why does it look like a fucking Vib ribbon map? What? Bro, his signature be looking like a fucking Vib ribbon obstacle. Like, what is that? That's the most ass signature I've seen in my life. What's wrong with you?
screenshot some photos of Donald Trump signing his name and saying, look, it's not the same signature. And you know what? That's pretty true.
That's a
It's
terrible
not the same
signature.
signature. We'll get to that.
Who the fuck is Vib Ribbon? Is that this PS1 rhythm game? I was very poor as a kid. I couldn't afford the game. It was just basically a game where you could like, you just jumped over obstacles. Yeah, I can't even play any more of it. Wait. See if I can like play something that actually won't get copyrighted. I thought it was a fake Twitter art thing. It's over. It's over. It's over. Too many new gens. It's over. So what's this game? I only know about Fortnite and Deltarune. Could you imagine we've actually got new gens that weren't born when Undertale came out? No, it's a real game. It came out on PS1. It was cinema. But like all the Blue Sky people found it and they started drawing fan art of it. See if we can find like an example of a level. I mean, that's the entire game. It's really, really basic. But I guess that's kind of the appeal. Like, it all looks like it was kind of drawn in MS Paint, like all the kind of glitching and stuff like that. This is an internet horror ARG. In current year, it probably is. Someone said trans game. True. The game is really good. Yeah, I need to like emulate it or play it or something. I wonder when that came out. I've got a copy of it at home that I bought. It was really expensive because it's like hard to track down copies of it when it came out. 99? Oh, that was like basically near the end of the PS1 life cycle. Okay. Oh, it came out in 2000 in EU? Unlucky. I wonder... Vib Ribbon. Let's see. Oh, it's only 60 quid? Maybe I got scammed. To be fair, mine's unsealed, though. Let's have a look. Oh, it's pre-owned. That looks like it's in pretty bad condition. New sealed, no PS2. What do you mean no PS2? I don't want a PS2. They're not that expensive, actually. What's the most expensive Vib Ribbon? £400? Mine is completely sealed. It's not graded. What's the most... What's the most expensive PS1 game they have? $100,000. Are you on Fent? Video game, gaming toys, lots, Nintendo, Xbox. So he was drunk putting this on. Dude, what are you selling? What? No one's going to buy this. They don't even know what they're buying. Like, imagine the cost of getting all of that evaluated to see. He's just selling clothes as well. What? Is that Buzz Lightyear's outfit, by the way, there? Is that Buzz Lightyear's outfit? Like, what are you selling here? Do the shoes come included? I don't understand what's being sold here. This is the worst listing I've seen in my... Look how rotten some of these look, by the way. I genuinely have no idea what he's selling. You got the Mario there, just trapped in plastic, just screaming. 2 in cart. 2 in cart. So, are they just trying to fuck with this guy or something? Is there a description? Like new, an item that looks like if it's just taking out a shrink wrap, no visible wear. I do not understand. What else do you sell? What else do you sell? Okay, so you sell it all individually, which makes sense. I do not understand why you're... I'm guessing it's like he's selling everything individually, but it's like if you want it all, it's 100k. That just looks disgusting. Dude. What the fuck? Is this the same? It's the same fucking guy. Stop. Like, list what you're selling. Like, what's the grade on those? Are they new? Are they pre-owned? Oh, do I get the little dirty napkin on the floor with the 30 grand? I hope so. I really hope so. Final Fantasy VII for 24k. Get touched and shot. Like, no one should have to pay that much. It's not even a 10, by the way. If it was a 10, knock a 0 off. Good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's opened a bit. It's opened a bit. Castlevania, 25k. Metal Gear Solid, 25k. Hogs of War? Hogs of War is 23. That game was dog shit. I mean, it wasn't a bad game, but it's not like it was like a viral game or anything. Jojo, 20k. I'm not even going to say anything because I know the fanboys will come out and just start defending it. Rayman for $17,000. The worst thing is, there's going to be one that I look at it and it's like, shit, I want that. Imagine buying that. Oh, is that medieval? Oh, this is Japanese. Oh, no. He even has like the anime eye as well. I might buy that. Oh, bless Japan. I might buy that. I might buy that. It's only 90%. It's over. Near mint. Near mint. That's crazy. Dude, that guy's my hair. That one looks kind of cool though. I like that one. Oh, they got Spyro. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It looks like the You Tried star. It's not Japan though. If it was Japan, I buy. It's not Japan though. Spyro the Dragon, Sony PlayStation, Black Label. Oh, I fucking love Spyro so much, man. That game was so good. Ah, I'm gonna reminisce as an old head now, but remember the days when you would look on the back? I remember, like, as a kid, buying a physical video game, and then you're sat in the car being driven home, and then you're just reading the manual of all the instructions and the story, like, just so excited to play this game. Take me back. Take me back. And now, to get the exact same feeling of joy, I have to do heroin. After you turn 20, everything goes downhill. Meet Spyro is a feisty little flame-spouting dragon on a gigantic go-anywhere 3D fantasy adventure. Packed with adventures, enchanting adventures. Collect treasures, recover stolen family jewels, and discover hidden regions. That game was so good, man. I argue with Dolan over this all the time. Like, he loves Crash Bandicoot. And I just say Crash Bandicoot is Spyro the Dragon for stupid people. Like, you can only go forwards and backwards or left and right. But Spyro, you could literally just go anywhere. That's why I thought it was so much better. But, you know, Dolan is a little bit mentally handicapped, unfortunately. That's why he makes short videos. Because he, you know, he doesn't have a lot of words to say in his vocabulary. That looks cool. One player, memory block. It's like the rating for it is comic mischief. Oh, he's a little troll. Be careful, kids, if you play this game. He's a little troll. Oh yeah, LSD Dream Emulator. I remember this one. This game is so hard to track down. I guarantee you the quality of this. Nice picture. Yeah, that looks very trustworthy. I guarantee you pay the $7,000 to this guy. All you'll get is like the box of the game. And you won't even be able to... You won't even have the disc inside. Pre-owned. Doesn't actually look too damaged, to be fair. Is that Minecraft low render distance? Soul? Yeah, that's a very weird game. It's funny because it's like... Everyone wanted to track down this game because it's so rare, but like you can just emulate it. But it's not the point. It's not physical. What are the others here? Fear Effect. That was a really weird game. I never played it, but I just saw cutscenes on YouTube. There were like so many ways that you could die in that game. You know, it's one of those games that had like a specific cutscene for every time you died. Alright, see if I can find it. This is the second one, but I guess it doesn't matter. Look at this quality, bro. I can't even tell what's going on. Crap. Fake fan? I'm pretty sure there was some pretty gory deaths in this game as well. Yeah, you literally can't even tell what's going on. Oh my god, just eaten by rats? Okay, I'm guessing this wasn't like a eat for everyone kind of game. But yeah, I mean, like that was cool when games back then would render a cutscene for every individual death. Oh yeah, Star Wars Dark Forces, that was cool. It was kind of like it was like Doom of Star Wars. They remastered that recently, I think. Twisted Metal. I've heard really good things about some of the Twisted Metal games. Resident Evil 2, Castlevania, Serial Experiments Lane. I've never watched that, but whenever I mention it, people in chat just soy face over it. Oh, Parasite Eve, that's a good game. What if I look up PSX? Because I know sometimes it's referred to as PSX. What the fuck is this? What is that? I've never seen that in my life. That looks like a Wii U. What is that? Guys, what is this console? What the hell is this? Oh, it's a PS2. It's just a really weird PS2. What? Okay. It's a dev kit. Well, the PS1 had a dev kit. It was called a Net Urazo or something like that. Net Urazo. That's it. Yeah, it's just a black PS1, but you can make your own games on it. Anyways.
Because at the same time that was getting released, they were denying, oh, look at these signatures that are different. We also had the New York Times and Wall Street Journal also put out signature comparisons with some different signature choices that look very similar. This is the official Epstein one right here. Here's a letter to Bill Gates.
I like how that entire side quest just stemmed from Donald Trump's signature.
Here's a letter to New York City officials, Giuliani. Here's another New York City official. And then we also have letters to Conway, to Clinton. And you have this kind of textbook long trail.
It is just the same
vertical signature. I
signature.
mean, to me, that's pretty compelling. Unless we're arguing for a professional forgery job here, which I don't think has even been alleged. Like, this is nearly identical, all these signatures. Like, I would believe that is all within the realm of the regular.
Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret.
Difference is in a signature, right? It's not some completely different signature we've never seen before. But it didn't take long for people to take up what the White House's official statement is saying, because influencers have now run with it, saying, does the below look like the actual signature from the president?
Jesus, Charlie Kirk tweeted that. This actually came out before he died. Like, I think a day before he died.
I don't think so at all. Fake, showing once again that, yes, the president has at various times signed signatures differently, of course. I don't think anyone disputes that. And sure, you can find some signatures that look different. Here's
your ADHD has a fog wall and boss music holy.
Eric Daughtery saying the wall.
I like that one. I like that one. Time him out, but I like that one.
Wall Street Journal has just published that letter Trump sent to Epstein. It's not even his signature. Defamation pay up. This guy says Trump is going to bankrupt Wall Street Journal. Benny Johnson says time to sue them into oblivion, which again is crazy because the guy they're talking about, they're suing, is also like one of their biggest allies, Rupert Murdoch, the guy who runs Fox News. I mean, it's definitely infighting at best. Now, of course, we got to read the message again now that we actually have it in its full context. We have voiceover, must be more to life than having everything. Yes, there is. I won't tell you what it is, nor will I. Since I know what it is, we have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Yes, we do, come to think of it. We all know this. And then the famous line.
Why is it meant to be a woman's body? Notice how small the breasts are, by the way.
I know what it is. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Yes, we do, come to think of it. We all know this. And then the famous line.
Enigmas never change. Have you noticed that, Jeffrey? As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you, Donald.
Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. So, look, there's also
normal
an analysis put together by the Wall Street Journal, the people who originally reported this. I think that's worth going over. They decided to look at various times that Donald Trump has.
I don't trust the Wall Street Journal.
For example, they talk about Trump.
It's run by crooked Hillary.
They say, look, here's video clips of him talking about himself in the third person. It's not weird for him to do that. There's also word choices of Enigma. They point out that he's used Enigma multiple times in books. We've also covered him saying it in video. Then there's also a wonderful thing. A pal is a wonderful thing. That's the line. Well, has he said that before? Yes. He's definitely said that before. So all in all,
Donald Trump's Discord server got leaked. Yep.
The reporting seems solid to me. I mean, you can hold on to the copium here, but really you're arguing that the entire book is either all fake, which that's the first option, in which case, like, it may be the great.
I think it's crazy with this Epstein stuff. You could name Trump. You could name anyone. No one's going to care. It's like, you could connect him to Epstein and there could be proof, undeniable proof. Okay. And like, it doesn't, I feel like because the news cycle is so fucking quick and everyone forgets so quickly, it's just not going to go anywhere.
Greatest forgery of.
Like, Trump is loved by so many people and despised by so many people. And it now reaches the point, I've seen this a lot with like internet discourse where it's like, you know, the people that hate you are just still going to hate you. And then the people that support you are just still going to support you. It's so strange. It just creates this wall of disconnect.
Of all time. Or you're saying specifically that it's just the Trump part. That's
everything and nothing is happening at the same time. But if something happens when nothing happens, did it even happen?
A forgery. And every other part, the part where Bill Clinton's.
Oh, video proof? Yeah, actually, no. Good point there. Good point there. If there was video, no, even then it'd be like,
this is AI generated video.
writing in.
Unironically, they would claim, look, unironically, if there was like video evidence of like someone, you know, getting on, like climbing onto an underage girl or something on Epstein's Island, if they were high enough, they would just come out and say it was AI, genuinely.
The part where all these other people we knew that were also associated with Epstein were writing in.
Well, it's the same as the Charlie Kirk assassination. It's I talked about this in the video I'm doing on it. It's like, you know, I've seen people that have like made memes about him, dunking on him, and then I said in the video that we've reached the point now in society where like if you die, people will meme on you. If you're famous enough, people will make memes about you. There is no one that is relevant that will die that will not at least have one person make fun of them. When Jacksepticeye's dad died, people made fun of him for it. Very, very niche amount of people, but they still did it. He addressed that in the video. If I die, people will make memes about it, mocking me. That's unfortunately the world we live in now. That will never change. But I know for a fact that Charlie Kirk's death is going to make the division between the left and the right a billion times more worse. Infinitely more worse than what it was already. And already it was so divisive. It's going to create extremists on both sides. You know, it's like you're with us or you're against us. And that's bleeding out into every country that America sucks off. Like in the UK, it's getting really bad as well with the division. It's only going to get worse.
You're saying all of that's real, but the part about Donald Trump is not. And that was a forgery inserted in. So
more worse? Me hablo no anglais.
It's a very strange argument.
There's already extremists? No, there are, but it's going to get worse.
And
it is definitely going to get worse.
Because this was all a carefully bound book, the idea that it was just inserted in, it couldn't really have been. It was bound by a specific bookbinder. So, you know, I think it's all credible. I mean, personally, I look at the facts. I look at what we know of the various people, how this all unfolded, the fact that it...
I mean, Charlie Kirk didn't believe in empathy, so why should I care if he died? Yeah, this is the thing. It's like... You know, I've seen people celebrate that he died. I've seen people say that he was like, you know, one of the most respected people in politics and how, you know, him passing is like a tragedy. At the end of the day, it's, you know, you're going to have kids that grow up without a father, a wife that's widowed. That's a fact. That's not even like up for debate. And I've seen people that have even said, I don't agree with him. I've seen people that have said, I don't agree with him. I hate him, but he didn't deserve to die. And then I've seen people that have said, he actually brought this on himself because of like, you know, that clip that was going viral on Twitter about him talking about, you know, there needs to be a few deaths to allow guns and how that's like incredibly ironic because, you know, he got shot. You know, but again, like there's no take that I can have apart from the fact that things are going to get a lot worse. They will get a lot worse. The news cycle is so quick and venomous that people will stop talking about Charlie Kirk. But that seed has been planted now of like extremism because of that. Definitely. You know, when Trump got shot, he didn't die. So people actually got over that pretty quickly. But Charlie Kirk did die. So that's, you know, that's going to have more of an impact on US like identity politics than Trump being shot in the ear, without a doubt.
Came from the estate we thought it would come from. The fact it included a variety of politicians, powerful people. It wasn't just singling out Trump, but...
I mean, yeah, I don't know many of Kirk's policies, I guess, or his opinions. I just saw that he was like very rent-free about trans people. You know, just saying like, you know, like, what is a woman? Do you have a pussy? No? Okay, you're not a woman. You know, it's just like... It was very black and white worldview, which is really stupid.
Trump is the...
But again, it's, you know, you'll have debates on the left and the right. It's only going to get worse now.
The only one who has denied it. Now, lastly, I want to talk about the latest statement.
Because I didn't want to speak on it too much because the problem is I then have to talk about what he believed in. And I've only seen, like most of us, we've only seen snippets on Instagram and TikTok that have probably made people, you know, annoyed by this opinion that you don't agree with.
By our government. We all know the various stages of grief we've been through with this story. First, it was a cover.
Thought I had a fucking knock on my window for a second there.
Up, then they're going to release everything. Then there's nothing to release.
Did you see the South Park episode? I saw like a clip of it. That was released before he died, I assume.
Then it's a hoax. And now we have a new level of copium. We are descending into Davy Jones' locker level of copium. And here we have it. This is from Speaker Mike Johnson.
He is horrified.
The whole thing a hoax.
It's been misrepresented. He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down.
Wow.
I saw this one schizo theory about Charlie Kirk and how I think it was an Instagram reel that I saw. And he was basically saying, like, you know, I don't care if you're left or you're right, but like Charlie Kirk dying is basically going to make both sides more extreme, which is what I agree with. But then he added another layer onto it by saying this is all going to be used to keep the powers that be in control of everyone, to make sure that there is conflict so people don't join together. So they keep fighting each other.
Donald Trump was...
And their beliefs become more and more extreme, so they hate the people that don't agree with their view.
An FBI...
It was going into schizo theory territory, but...
informant, according to Speaker Mike Johnson. So all of this birthday book stuff, all of this was actually, if you believe our government, it was part of an official plot to capture Jeffrey Epstein, the world's most notorious pedophile. This whole photo. But now, I guess we're so deep undercover, we can't...
I just find it crazy how they got Jeffrey Epstein, they got Ghislaine Maxwell, and then all these names, but they did not get a single other person. Not a single person.
Can't cop to it yet. We can't admit we have the entire government running cover for us with influencers telling people, oh, it's not his signature, even though they're very clearly our signatures that look identical. So it's crazy. I just hope our glorious president can one day come out of his FBI informant role and tell us all how he took down the world's most notorious. I can't wait for that one. That big one. Maybe he can write us a letter about it.
Nothing ever happens.